this is what I had discussed last time. Yeah. Then the timekeeping method, where you record only the attendance of the employees. Okay. And these are all the manual methods of recording attendance, like maintaining a register and recording the attendance, that is the arrival and the departure time of the employee. I had said this. Okay, if they come at 9 o'clock, then you have to count from there. They are 8 hours, because as per factories act, 8 hours is the normal working hours. Okay, तो वो आपको रिकॉर्ड करना है. Okay, and in this method there is a timekeeper. एक आदमी अपॉइंट होता है who records. And this practice, you can have a combination of the practice. I will tell you what do you mean by combination of practice. See, what do you call it? The limitation of attendance register method is what people can manipulate with time. See, I'll show it. Okay, people can manipulate with time. Obviously, because आप हाथ से लिख रहे हो ना, तो आप manipulation कर सकते हो उसमें. Okay, yeah, you can go backdated and put a wrong date time also. I'm sure that the employee was present. Okay, so this method can be combined with this method here, biometrics. Okay, कुछ लोग combination method भी रखते हैं अपने organization में. I mean, they keep the attendance register also and they keep biometrics also. So that depends on organization to organization, which practice do they want to follow. और ये वो badge देते हैं ना, people wear badge numbers as their employee name. Yeah. See, a metal disc or a token bearing the identification number, that is the employee number, is given. This is not practice nowadays. Yeah. Because इसमें क्या होता है, anybody can bear that badge. Then about this biometrics that I told you yesterday. Okay. This is the best method because attendance of the employee is marked by recognizing an employee on the basis of his physical presence. As I told you, yeah, in our organization, we have the biometric system where the biometric is through fingers. See, identification of the employee is through finger, face. I told you, in some organization it is through the eye also. Face and retina image. See, I have said this. Retina image are kept in database, which is matched at the time of marking of attendance before the attendance device for this purpose. This is the best method because the other methods का जो what do you call drawback है, वो ये method overcome कर देता है. Okay, other methods का drawback क्या है, time के साथ you can manipulate. Yeah, time, date, even with signatures you can manipulate. Yeah, but in this there is nothing to worry about. Person who will come in and who will go out has to be physically there in the premises. So you cannot come late also. I mean, if your time is 9 o'clock, your employee will come at 9 o'clock also. Okay, and 8 hours से पहले वो निकलेगा भी नहीं, except there is a special permission for him to move early due to any of his personal emergencies. Okay. अभी पंच कार्ड भी होता है. पंच कार्ड is what I have told you. They give you a ID card, and the ID card you have to swipe over the machine. See, a punch card contains data related to the employee in digital form. If you swipe it, the employee number, the time, everything comes. But again, this method also has a drawback because अगर मैं मेरा ID card किसी third person को दे दूँ और बोल दूँ मैं जा रही हूँ, तो 8 घंटे के बाद swipe कर दो. So all these manipulations can happen. Okay. They punch the identity card. Employee needs to either insert or wave his card to a card reader. There is a machine setup which is called as an identity card reader. You just have to show it, keep it in front of the machine or either stop it. Either. Okay. Is it clear to you about the timekeeping method? Is it clear to you to everyone? All these things are very important from theory point of view. Just acknowledge in the chat box. Is this clear whatever I said? Okay. Timekeeping method. So what is the requisites of a good timekeeping system? Obviously, a good timekeeping system does not allow proxy of another employee under any circumstances. Okay, and this is possible only through biometrics. Because biometrics out of अगर आपको MCQs में option आया कि in timekeeping which of the following is the best to remove proxy attendance, then biometrics is the best technique to remove proxy attendance because in biometrics is only the technique where the physical presence of the employee is a must. Nobody else can come and do his fingerprint or his retina, what do you call it, retina image, or mark his retina image or either the face. Okay, next. There should be a provision for recording of time and of each employee so that regular attendance and discipline can be maintained. Necessary to maintain uniformity of flow of production. Then the time of arrival as well as the time of departure of employees should be recorded so that the total time of employees may be recorded and wages may be paid accordingly. As far as possible, method of recording time should be mechanical so that chances of disputes regarding time may not arise between employees and the timekeeper, obviously. Late comers should record late arrivals. Any relaxation by the timekeeper in this regard will encourage indiscipline. The system should be simple, smooth, and quick. Unnecessary queuing for marking attendance should be avoided. The system should be reviewed and maintained periodically to prevent any error. Okay. Now, what does this line mean? This line का meaning क्या होगा? Now, listen carefully. So, in a month there are 30 days. Exclude the Sundays. So the working comes around if there are 5 Sundays, then it is 25 days. If there are 4 Sundays coming, then it is 46 days. Okay. Now, apart from this, okay, talking about excluding Sundays. इसको छोड़ के you are given casual leaves. What are these casual leaves? They are paid leaves. Okay. महीने में तुमने छुट्टी मारी तो तुम्हारी सैलरी कटेगी. महीने में अगर तुमने 3 छुट्टी मारी तो तुम्हारी थर्ड सैलरी है एक दिन की वो कम हो जाएगी. You are allowed. The third one which you will take will be deducted. Okay. That is why timekeeping जो method है under labor cost it is necessary. Okay. Labor cost is under cash 7. किसमें आता है cost sheet cash 1. मटीरियल कॉस्ट किसमें आता है कैश 3. आता है कैश 7. कैश 7 में लेबर कॉस्ट का डेफिनेशन and class 7 में they speak about timekeeping and time booking. So terminologies ऐसे लगता है what is there to read more about it. Actually, things are very important when you're calculating wages of your employees. Okay, as here it is clearly said, if their absenteeism should be recorded, their late coming should be recorded. That is why timekeeping is very essential technique, very must technique. Ruchi, have come all 25 days, okay, in your account. In a month there are 30 days, excluding Sundays. There are 24 days in a month, excluding Sunday. So if you were present for all 25 days, all 25 days you are present. But still your company has deducted 1 day salary. The reason behind this is in 25 days, in late, timing was 9 a.m. Okay, 1 day you reported at 9 a.m. 1 day you reported at 9 a.m. and 1 day you reported at 9 के बाद आए ना तो सिस्टम में तुमको रिकॉर्ड कर सिस्टम has already marked it. Okay. So many companies have this policy that if there are 3 lates in a month, they will deduct this. Such type of impositions are compulsory. It has to be these steps have to be taken by the organization. Otherwise, people will never report on them. Okay? If they don't implement such practices, people will never report. So this is one of the ways I have a strict control over timekeeping. Okay? Next, so just go through the green highlights which I have done, then you will understand what I just said. Okay. Hello. Did you all go through the green highlighted part? Yeah. Is it clear? What did I just say? Yeah. So implementation of timekeeping, understood why is it so important in the organization? Yeah. Installing all these things. Oh, yes. Installing all these things what we just discussed. Okay. Attendance register, this token system, punch card attendance, biometrics. Yeah. Biometrics is commonly used now. Commonly people prefer it because इसमें कुछ भी what do you call जोल झपाटा नहीं होता. Okay, but related to timings obviously. Okay. Okay, so timekeeping and time booking, both the methods, both the systems should be very strong in an organization because on this basis only you give away salary. करेक्ट ना? कोई लेट आया तो तुम्हें उसकी सैलरी कट में, आई मीन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैन डिडक्ट द सैलरी. ओके, या. But that doesn't mean anybody who comes before time will be rewarded. No, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. Okay. But time booking में what are you gonna do? Just a minute, I'll show you. Compromises production, but it does not show. Yeah. Time booking refers to a method wherein each activity of an employee is recorded. Okay. That is which activity? The data which is recorded, that is the activity, is further used to measure the time spent on the particular job or costing, measurement of its efficiency, and fixations of responsibility on the employee. Okay. Now, what do you mean by this time booking for costing? The time spent on a particular job or activity is used to compute the cost of the job or the activity. So I'll show this. I'll explain this. What is this? Then time booking to measure efficiency. The efficiency of an employee is measured by comparing the actual time taken by employee with the standard time that has been taken. Okay, that's right. And then time booking for fixation of responsibilities. So analyze the variance in time taken by employee on a particular job or process with respect to standard time to see the reasons for the variance. Okay. Where again the variances are further classified as controllable and uncontrollable. Okay, fine. I'll explain what is the meaning of this. It is talking about first costing, then efficiency. So in the time booking method, okay, timekeeping method mein, what are you doing? Actually, both are implemented. Yeah. So in this, what you do, you only record attendance, and their incoming time and outgoing time. Okay. And in time booking, you actually quantify whatever time they have spent with the organization, how productive it is. Okay. How productive the time is. How productive the time is, how will you come to know? Now listen carefully. Okay. If in 8 hours का day schedule भी calculate, right? 8 hours में, you are supposed to make, say in one day, the average finished goods made is, I'm talking about 8 hours, one day. एक दिन में normal working hours are 8, and एक दिन में how much finished goods are you supposed to prepare or output? 500. So say for example, if an employee produces an output of 510, okay, employee 1, employee 2 produces an output of say 490, okay, and employee 3 produces an output of exactly 500. Now what is happening? I'm going to compare it with the standard. मेरा standard क्या है? 500 goods in one day, and the one day duration is of 8 hours. ठीक है? So अगर मैं productivity compare करूँ इनका, तो ये जो पहला बंदा है, this one, he has worked above standards. The second employee has worked below standards. 500 से कम प्रोड्यूस किया ना उसने. And the third employee is at standards. Okay, so what have I done? first in time booking I first quantified, okay, I first quantified my output. Uske baad I am seeing how productive each labor is to me. So I give you an example of three laborers producing 510, 490 and 500. Now I'm able to compare who has worked above standards and who has worked below standards and who has worked at par. So for me, which type of employee is better? This 3 and 1. Obviously 2 is not better because he is wasting. Correct ना? 500 उसको प्रोड्यूस करना चाहिए, उसने 10 यूनिट्स कम बनाया. Okay? So clear about this? Is it clear till here? So this is what they are talking about, time booking. Okay, this is what all time booking is about. Next and the most important thing, yeah. So they are talking about time booking for costing. So I can, I can evaluate, I can calculate the total cost which is incurred for that particular one day. मुझे पता है मेरा कॉस्ट कितना इनकर होगा. जिसने 510 यूनिट्स बनाया उसको मैं 510 यूनिट्स का पैसा दूंगी. जिसने 490 बनाया उसको 490 यूनिट्स का पैसा दूंगी. जिसने 500 बनाया उसको 500 यूनिट्स का पैसा दूंगी. Okay, so I can figure out the cost which is which I have incurred for that particular activity. Activity is what? If I have got an order of making 1,000 goods, so if I have engaged 3 laborers for making those 1,000 goods, so that is one activity. If I have got one more order, that will be my job number 2. Job number 1, job number 2. Orders के हिसाब से आप जॉब्स को नंबर देते हो. तो सेकेंड जॉब के लिए मुझे 5 लेबरर्स की ज़रूरत है. सो आई विल वर्क विथ 5 लेबरर्स. अकॉर्डिंगली आई विल decide the cost which is going to spend on that particular activity. Okay, yeah, and accordingly I can measure the efficiency. I just give you an example how to measure efficiency. आपको आपका स्टैंडर्ड पता है, एक दिन में आप कितना प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हो, उसके हिसाब से आप अपना लेबरर्स का एफिशिएंसी डिसाइड कर सकते हो. आई जस्ट गिव एन एग्जांपल ऑफ 3 लेबरर्स and time booking for fixation of responsibility. Up next step, what I will do when I come to know the second laborer was not working, he produced 10 units less, I can fix responsibility on him. Okay, I can catch hold him for why did you produce 10 units less. Then he can give me some valid reason कि मैडम 2 घंटे के लिए लाइट चली गई थी, इसके लिए मैं प्रोडक्शन नहीं कर पाया, इसलिए 10 यूनिट्स कम बना. Okay, these are the reasons. Or he can say he was unwell because of which impacted his productivity for the day. I mean, there are reasons for which he can say. Or he can tell me, madam, you sent me for some other work which took away my time, and so I was not able to produce today for 500 units. I produced 10 units less. Okay, so then I can once I know the reason, okay, once I see their efficiency, and after that if I know the reason, I want to know the reason, they will give me the reason, and then I can fix the responsibility accordingly. Okay, the next time I will take care that during working hours not to send him anywhere else, otherwise it affects the productivity. Yeah, if I am sending any laborer for some other work, then I should replace that laborer with some other laborer for that particular time period. Right? If second laborer has gone out for 1 hour and because of which he was able to produce 10 units less, then I should fix responsibility that if anybody is going out for some other work, the other laborer will replace the work so that production is not affected. Understanding whatever I am saying? Okay, so like that. Variances मतलब differences. जैसे अभी मैंने वैरिएंस निकाला, कैसे निकाला? 500 यूनिट्स बनाना था, उसने 490 बनाया, तो 10 यूनिट कम बनाया, मुझे पता चल गया, तो दिस इज वैरिएंस. जिसने 510 बनाया तो उसने 10 यूनिट ज़्यादा बनाया, तो दिस इज अ पॉजिटिव वैरिएंस. Okay, so once you know the variance, once you know it is a positive variance or a negative variance, accordingly then you can improvise on the variance. So if it is a positive variance, so you know everything is going smooth in the production activity, continue with the same there. But if there is a negative variance, I give you an example of employee number 2. So I know, once I know that variance is negative, then I can work behind it to improvise it so that next time the negative variance doesn't appear. Just I give you an example. If he tells me, if the second laborer tells me, ma'am, you send me out for a work because of which I produced 10 units less, then it was my duty as a manufacturer to see to it that that 1 hour would have been replaced with some other employee. Okay. Yeah. See, the controllable reasons are those which can be avoided by due care and efficiency. Okay. एंड अनकंट्रोलेबल का तो आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो. अनकंट्रोलेबल रीजंस जैसे आई टोल्ड यू ना, इफ द एम्प्लॉय टेल्स मी लाइट चला गया, अब लाइट चला गया तो क्या कर सकते हैं, है ना. या मशीन खराब हो गई, इंजीनियर को आने में 2 घंटा लग गया, 1 घंटा ठीक करने में, 3 घंटे वेस्ट हो गए जिसकी वजह से प्रोडक्शन कम हो गया. सो अनकंट्रोलेबल रीजंस. ओके. Next, this is the payroll procedure structure. Yeah. See, payroll matlab people who maintain your salary and wages sheet. Department that maintains the wage and salary sheet. See, this one I'm talking about. Payroll. So इसका basis क्या है? दोनों payroll department को information कहाँ से मिलता है? Time keeping department से and personnel department से, obviously. पर्सनल डिपार्टमेंट उनको क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन देता है? इट गिव्स द इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट डिटेल्स ऑफ द एम्प्लॉइज. एंड टाइम कीपिंग डिपार्टमेंट क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन देता है कि ये एम्प्लॉइज रोज टाइम पे आए कि नहीं, रोज प्रेजेंट है कि नहीं. ओके, सो दिस इंफॉर्मेशन इज गिवन टू द पेरोल डिपार्टमेंट. ओके. Then costing department. What does the costing department do? Payment after deductions and contributions to the employees and the statute, and they give information to the statutory bodies. Statutory bodies means in the organization the top level. Statutory bodies. Okay. So this is how a payroll department works. After deductions, matlab if any part has to be deducted from salary and contributions, I'm talking about PF. Okay. Yeah. स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडीज के पास इंफॉर्मेशन जाता है, एज इन पीएफ में कितना पैसा जमा हो रहा है. ओके. पीएफ रेगुलरली कट रहा है कि नहीं. पीएफ गवर्नमेंट मतलब इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट के पास रेगुलरली टीडीएस जो आप टैक्स डिडक्टेड एज सोर्स फ्रॉम द सैलरी जो आप डिडक्ट करते हो वो जा रहा है कि नहीं. अपडेट्स फ्रॉम द इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट एंड ऑल दैट इज टेकन केयर बाय द स्टैट्यूटरी body of the payroll section. Okay. See, कौन से डिडक्शंस की बात कर रही हूँ मैं? स्टैट्यूटरी डिडक्शन. स्टैट्यूटरी मतलब मैंडेटरी डिडक्शंस. एम्प्लॉयर चाहे भी तो ऐसा नहीं बोल सकता अरे मैं तुमको पीएफ नहीं दूंगा, देना ही पड़ेगा उसको. इट इज स्टैट्यूटरी. ओके, इट इज मैंडेटरी. सी, प्रोविडेंट फंड. Okay, it is deducted from the salary wages of the concerned employee, plus I told you एक equal contribution employer भी देता है. अगर आपकी सैलरी से 3,000 कट हो रहे तो आपके सैलरी से 3,000 कट हो रहे तो 3,000 एम्प्लॉयर भी देगा. तो टोटल कितना हुआ? 3 + 3 6,000 आपके नाम पे पीएफ डिपार्टमेंट में जमा हो जाता है. ओके, एवरी मंथ. ओके. तो अगर तुम्हारी सैलरी 30 है तो 3,000 अगर पीएफ कट रहा है तो आपको हाथ में 27 मिलेगा. लेकिन आपके नाम पे जो पीएफ अकाउंट खुला है आपके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में अंडर द स्टैट्यूटरी रिक्वायरमेंट, तो आपके अकाउंट के सामने आपको 6,000 मिलेगा. इज दैट क्लियर? ओके. सेम ईएसआईसी, मैंने ये कॉन्सेप्ट भी बताया था ईएसआईसी वाला. आई सेड जो येलो कॉलर जॉब्स एम्प्लॉय होते हैं उनको पीएफ नहीं मिलता है, उनको एज पर फैक्ट्रीज एक्ट 1948 ईएसआईसी मिलता है। सेम चीज़ है बट पीएफ वाइट कॉलर जॉब्स के लिए होती है और ईएसआईसी येलो कॉलर जॉब्स के लिए होती है। ओके, देन टीडीएस, एम्प्लॉयर इज ऑब्लाइज्ड टू डिडक्ट, एम्प्लॉयर पहले ही काट देता है, आपको अलग से टैक्स भरने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। एम्प्लॉयर पहले से, अगर सपोज आपको साल भर का टैक्स से 40,000 रुपया भरना है ऑन योर सैलरी विच यू आर अर्निंग, तो एम्प्लॉयर क्या करेगा, 40,000 डिवाइड बाई 12 करेगा। सो 40,000 डिवाइड बाई 12 कितना होता है, एक रफ फिगर बता रही हूँ, या चलो 48 ले लेती हूँ, सो राउंड ऑफ हो जाएगा। सो एवरी मंथ वो आपके सैलरी से 4,000 रुपये काटेगा, ठीक है। सो दैट एंड ऑफ द ईयर में एक साथ 48,000 वो नहीं काटेगा। अगर आपकी सैलरी 40,000 है, करेक्ट ना, तो एंड ऑफ द मंथ में अगर 48,000 काटेगा, तो फिर आप एंड ऑफ द मंथ में क्या करोगे, राइट ना। इसमें टैक्स डिडक्टेड एट सोर्स मीन्स 48,000 एक साथ नहीं कटेगा, या इक्वल मंथली इंस्टॉलमेंट्स में कटेगा। टीडीएस, प्रोफेशनल टैक्स, it is a state level tax imposed for carrying on business or profession or service। ओके, तो ये भी एम्प्लॉयर कहाँ से डिडक्ट करता है, सैलरी से डिडक्ट करता है। ओके, सो ये कंपल्सरी है, कंपल्सरी डिडक्शंस है। ओके, या आफ्टर दीज डिडक्शंस वॉट एवर सैलरी इज लेफ्ट विद यू इज योर नेट सैलरी। ओके, अदर डिडक्शंस, voluntary contribution to PF। Okay, see, if an employee so desires, employee, yeah? If an employee so desires, he may contribute over and above the contribution payable by the employer। Okay, suppose तुम्हारा पीएफ बनता है 2,000 रुपीज, तो तुम्हारे अकाउंट से भी 2,000 कटेगा, एम्प्लॉयर के अकाउंट वो भी 2,000 देगा, टोटल 4,000। बट सपोज इफ यू गो एंड रिक्वेस्ट योर एम्प्लॉयर कि सर प्लीज यू डोंट डिडक्ट 2,000, you deduct 3,000 from my salary। Okay, now listen, 3,000 he will deduct, but he will not contribute 3,000, he will contribute 2,000। Okay, so this is called as voluntary contribution to PF। तुम्हारी इच्छा है कि तुमको 2,000 से ऊपर करना है, करेक्ट। वॉलेंट्री, उसका स्टैट्यूटरी कंट्रीब्यूशन कितना है, 2, तो तुम्हारा 2 और उसका 2 मिला के हुआ 4। बट अगर तुम बोल रहे हो कि नहीं तुमको 3,000 कटवाना है हर महीने इन पीएफ, तो तुम 3,000 अपने अकाउंट से काटो, ही विल गिव ओनली 2 बिकॉज उसका स्टैट्यूटरी लाइबिलिटी कितना है तुमको देने का, 2,000, तो टोटल 5। क्लियर, क्लियर। Contribution to any benevolent fund, any fund created by the organization, जैसे cooperative societies होता है, तो हर महीने उधर पैसे कटते हैं, तो ये वॉलेंट्री होता है, सबके लिए कंपल्सरी नहीं होता, तुम्हारी इच्छा है तुम डिडक्शन करवा सकते हो। ओके, बट ऊपर के 4 दे आर स्टैट्यूटरी डिडक्शंस। Am I clear? Then loan deductions, other advances and dues. If you have taken any loan from your organization, accordingly it will be deducted from your salary। Installments of loan taken by employee। Okay, festival loan लिया था, adjusted against expenses। Fine, so next lecture